What's up, guys? 0-3 yesterday. Basically right back to where I was before I went on that mini heater going into the All-Star break. The market read wound up, I think, being solid on 2 of the 3, really. The market kind of moved around on whatever the first game was that I had. I don't even remember what it was, to be honest. I'm trying to put it out of my mind. The Anaheim one. That was the one that wound up not still agreeing with me. The other 2 did. It was just a kind of a disaster. The Seattle game, I think arguably maybe should have won. George Kirby definitely outpitched Framber Valdez. It was Valdez, right? Valdez was putting so many men on base, and Seattle just couldn't capitalize. He walked 4 guys. I think it was just not a good outing from him. Kirby had a much better outing, and it still didn't even matter in that one. Moving on to today, I'm playing one game, man. I mean, it's a grind. We got to try to get back into it, get closer. The only game I'm going to be on, even though it looks like they're a bit public, I think that they have more of the cash than the tickets right now, even though it also looks like the line has moved down. The only game I'm playing, Chicago Cubs. They're down from minus 130 to minus 122, it looks like. So whatever. Give us a better number. That's fine. I think you might be able to get them at minus 120 right now. 76% of the tickets, 86% of the cash. So it does look like more of the cash than the tickets. Cubs, I like the situation for this. They're trying to avoid the sweep. They got shut out yesterday. So I think it's kind of embarrassing for them to get shut out, really, even though it is against the NL winners from last year, the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks aren't having the greatest season this year, really, although they're now above 500. Cubs should be ultimately focused, trying to avoid the sweep here, whereas the Diamondbacks, after beating them twice, maybe we see them take their foot off the gas a little bit. Yesterday's game was 3-0, and Arizona also used basically all of their best relievers to finish that game off after Zach Gallen had way too many walks, 6 walks, and only lasted 5 innings, threw over 100 pitches. So they had to bring in their 4 best relievers, all pitched yesterday for Arizona. So their bullpen, I don't think, is at an advantage here. The Cubs only used 3 relievers, and they used Smiley to kind of eat up some innings. He's been good in that role, so he won't be available in this game. But still, I think the Cubs bullpen is in better shape after yesterday's game. And I don't think either bullpen is really that terrific regardless, but Arizona's got fewer of their best relievers available here. And then, of course, we got to look at the starting pitching matchup, and I think that is also in favor of the Cubs, even though Arizona's pitcher is good. It's Brandon Pfaadt, pretty good young pitcher. Pfaadt always sounds like I'm saying fart with the Boston accent. Yeah, this guy's out there fat, and Brandon Pfaadt, 3.97 ERA, 1.16 whip. He's got good stats. He's got 104 strikeouts, 26 walks, and 113 in a third innings, 105 hits allowed. The walk number is quite low. Good strikeout walk ratio. It hasn't allowed that many guys to get on base. Good amount of hits. Strikeout rate is decently high. Not bad. He's coming off a really good performance, though. A 6-inning shutout over the Braves. Is it possible he takes a little bit of a step back after that? Maybe. He had 1 start against the Cubs earlier this season. He did do well in that one. So it's not like he's done bad against the Cubs. I just think the Cubs have the slight advantage here in the pitching matchup. We could see Pfaadt maybe in line for a little bit of a step back after that nice performance against Atlanta. Against the Chicago Cubs in his career, they have seen him a decent amount at least. So this is going to be a lot about familiarity. He has done well against them, though. They're 12 for 50 off him lifetime, a double, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, 240 batting average, 635 OPS. So Pfaadt does have good numbers against the Cubs. That is true. However, I think the Cubs have the advantage with Shota Imanaga pitching in his rookie season, 2.97 ERA, 1.11 whip. The only drawback here that I see is that he did pitch in the All-Star game. So it's like, how is he going to react to that? Is he going to come out and not pitch as well coming out of the All-Star break, coming out of pitching in the All-Star game? I mean, that's my only worry here, although he did have a good performance against Baltimore the time out before that. But although they are a good hitting team, Imanaga was like completely dominating until he ran into a couple of really bad starts, but hopefully that's not going to be the case here. And the one thing that I like the most about this is that Arizona's never seen Imanaga before, so I like that about him. He's got a 98 to 16 strikeout walk ratio, 92 hits allowed, 97 innings pitched. So he's been good overall on the season. And like I said, I think the main advantage here is that Arizona's never seen him before, and he's a pitcher that has good stuff. So I think he's going to have the advantage the first couple times through the rotation here because of that. So the familiarity aspect of it is on the side of the Cubs. I think the situation is on the side of the Cubs, and I think the bullpen rest scenario is on the side of the Cubs. And then Imanaga, like I said, I think gives them a slight edge in the starting pitching matchup, even though Fott hasn't been bad against the Cubs either. And that's it. That's the one play. Chicago Cubs got to start grinding it back. Man, this is just getting just unbelievably ridiculous to me right now. I don't know what to even say about this, think about this. Chicago Cubs minus 120 money line. That's it. Peace.